What's up, world? Welcome back to Garage Talks. Got amazing guest here, a person who I love dearly, respect. He's unapologetically him, which is a tough thing to do in this world. Air Force man, and just a great dude right here. My guy Jeff Schrader, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
Hey, always.
Oh, I leaned to the left.
Oh, you good, you good. How we doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Chilling, man. It's good to have you, dude.
I'm glad to be here.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah, we have. I guess I want to start, Jeff, with, man, you want to tell us like where you from, where you lived at?
Yeah, man, all over. From Colorado,
Okay.
originally, right? Most of my life in Colorado, joined the military right out of high school.
Bet.
Traveled there for a while.
Uh-huh.
Eventually, made my way to Oregon. You know, I mean,
gosh,
got to move around. Can't stay in
Man.
one place. You get bored.
Took that risk.
Mm-hmm.
What made you do it? How'd you take that risk? A lot of people just stay stagnant.
Yeah, man. We Colorado, we got tired of it.
Yeah.
Right. Me in particular, I got really tired of it.
Right.
Traveling in the military was just so cool.
Yeah.
Different states, different people, different things, different. So sitting in one place, it just got super stagnant. You know, it's expensive, it's busy, it's hot. So we just packed up.
Cold, everything.
Hot, cold. We just packed up and left, man.
Man, that's crazy.
Just drove to Oregon.
Man.
Yeah.
So when you were, because you joined the Air Force when you were 18?
I actually signed up when I was 15.
What?
Yeah.
You can sign up when you're 15?
Yeah, it's early enlistment.
I
I signed up at 15. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my dad told me you either gotta get a job or go to school, and neither one of those options seemed like a good thing for me. So I found option 3. I found the loophole.
Dang. And how was that?
15.
How long were you in the Air Force, Jeff?
8 years. A little over 8 years.
Dang. So 26 when you got out?
20, almost 27. I was like 2 months shy of 27 when I got out.
Okay, gotcha. What did you do exactly in the military?
I was pararescue in the Air Force. So jumped out of planes.
Dang.
A lot of combat.
Dang, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Man. So I gotta say, when I look at you, I'm like, dang, that guy was in war. That's crazy.
I joined to do Morse code. Have I ever told you that?
No.
Have I never told you this? Yeah.
To do Morse code?
Yeah, I originally joined. I was going to be a Morse code op.
Okay.
That's how old I am. They were still using Morse code.
Bet.
But I was going to be a Morse code op.
Explain Morse code for the world.
You know, the dits and das, right? I never actually learned it because I left that tech school before I got in there, but it's like the dits and das, right?
Oh, okay.
You know, people always do the Morse code SOS when they're stuck like in a submarine underwater.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to learn how to do, right?
Gotcha.
So I'm get out of basic. I'm sitting in tech school learning Morse code, and I'm just dying of boredom. I mean, like dying of boredom. I couldn't even. I mean, it was killing me. I joined in July of 2001.
Okay.
Then we went to war in September of 2001. So the timing was just
dang.
Right
talk
on,
about
right?
Just like good talk.
So
Here we go.
I joined in July. Nothing going on. Totally peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dying in tech school of boredom. We go to war in September, and they said, "Hey, we're cross training for deployable career fields." And anything to get me out of this room, whatever you want me to sign up for. So
dang, that's wild.
Yeah.
So when you got deployed, Afghanistan?
Once in Afghanistan, 3 times in Iraq.
Wow. What's like some of the craziest things you saw there? What's something like that just sticks with you where you're like, wow, like I can't believe I went through that?
You know, for me, man, I've been asked this before, and the answer has changed a couple times. But for me, I grew up in a very, I don't really know how to, a very like typical white middle class family, right? When we weren't rich, but we never were wanting of anything, right? We had what we needed, nice house, nice clothes. You know, I mean, your typical white middle class family, right?
Okay.
In Longmont, Colorado, which is like the whitest town ever, right?
Is it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Man.
So for me, the most eye-opening moment was really the first time. You always hear about third world. Everybody always talks about third world countries and the differences in but it doesn't hit home when you've never seen anything like that.
Gotcha.
Right? It just doesn't trigger.
Straight up.
So for me, getting out there and really seeing what that meant was almost too much to handle. I mean, it was just almost, you're trying to wrap your head around how different life is in some of those cities and countries as opposed to what you've seen for the first 18 years of life is.
Wow. Just culture shock.
Massive culture shock. Oh God, massive.
So you can
shock.
even like, because I would be the same way. You can even like quote unquote focus on the mission. No, you're like
you're so focused on like this can't be real. Like this can't really be a thing. You know.
That is wild. And it's hot over there. I just got to throw that up.
It's mind-blowingly hot. So here's a story. So my first deployment, we land in Kuwait, right? Word. And this is middle of summer in Kuwait, and it's hot.
Okay.
But we're on a commercial airliner with the AC blowing, you know, and we're chilling.
Right.
And the second they open that door for the plane, I mean, it was like getting punched in the face by And then they're telling us all of our ready bags have a plastic tag on them.
Okay.
Right? And they're tossing them onto the tarmac, and the guy's like, hey, just make sure your bag, the plastic's not on the asphalt because it'll melt. And we're like, where are we? Like, what in the hell is happening here? No, turn it around. No, turn the plane around. This is not what I signed up for. Bro. No, it's hot. And then the rainy season, I was there for rainy season, and it rains.
Yeah.
Like, rain.
Like worse than Oregon?
Oh, yeah, rains.
Wow.
Like inches of water on the sand.
Crazy.
Rains.
Kind of coming back to the culture thing, because you got my attention there. Did that really benefit you, opening your world like that, just going forward in life? If you look back, like, was that just a step up, like an upgrade in life where you're like, I'm glad I wasn't just stuck on like a tunnel vision? Like,
yeah, I think so. 100%. Yeah. I think all of the military benefited me.
Yeah.
I was very, very unprepared, right, to be on my own. I was very unprepared to experience life as an adult, not having somebody making decisions for you, not.
Yeah.
And I think it really helped me appreciate a little bit more the things that I had my entire life that I took for granted. Right. Basic things. Definitely. Running water, right? Yeah. I mean, there are so many things in life that I took for granted until you finally see the other side of it. And so I think it does. I mean, I think it does help me. Yeah. I don't know if it benefits, but it definitely does help me appreciate.
It helps, yeah.
Yeah, it helps me appreciate some of the things that maybe I took for granted for all those years.
I agree. I mean, just me traveling. I mean, traveling, I tell everybody, travel if you can. You know, time you can't get back, money you can. But with traveling, it just same thing. It opened my eyes when I go on trips and stuff, and like, yeah, sure, we stay somewhere nice, but to see everybody else. And Jay, I tell you right now, you probably know this about me being my guy, but I can empathize with people. So that's where I'm like, okay, bet, I understand. So to hear that from you, that's pretty dope, man. That makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. Traveling, yeah,
it's just so different.
It's different.
It's so eye-opening, man. Yeah. I mean, every experience was a little bit different, depending on where in the country you were. But yeah, it's just such an eye-opening.
Definitely.
For me, that was hands down the most
just
shocking portion of it. You know, was not having water.
Right.
Mind-blowing. I can't even imagine.
Shoot.
That's not a thing, man. You know, where I'm from.
Did it bug you during the ice storm? Were you like, really? We're back.
God.
We're back here again.
We found out
in the ice.
So both Amber and I found out pretty quickly, I'm not a camper. And I definitely don't want to camp in my own house. Like, that's just not, I'm not down with it, man. We only lost power for, I sound like such a pussy here, but we only lost power for 2 days. But honestly, if it would have gone a third day, we wouldn't went to a hotel. Yeah. I was just like, both
you
of
had
us
me worried,
like,
man.
Nah, can't do it.
You had me worried. When I checked on you,
huddled in the living room, just awful.
Man, I was like,
I got no video games. I got no movies. It was awful. It was awful, man. 0 out of 10 would not recommend.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Man.
11 days?
11 days?
Nah.
Jeez.
See, I'm 2 days and I'm complaining about it, but
yeah, he was
no, God, no. No, apparently I got 2 days in me. Third day I went to go to the hotel.
Yeah, I was grateful, man. I was grateful.
Couldn't believe you came by. Like somebody knocked at the door. I'm like, who in the hell is out there driving around and the dog's dead? Oh yeah, of course.
Hey,
of course it's dead.
Had to make sure you good. You had to make sure, man. Would you say so when you got out the military, do you just, with that appreciation standpoint, you notice that with like looking at regular everyday civilians, like there's some people who are just too comfortable in there?
Oh God, 100%.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Oh God, man.
Oh, that's a question for
people
you.
like me. I mean, I'm a perfect example of it, right?
Explain, Jeff, what you mean?
I was so sheltered, right? And this isn't a dig on somebody, right? I didn't know how sheltered and easy my life was. Yeah, I didn't know.
But that's extreme, going over like across the world and seeing.
Right. There's an extreme portion of it, but if you don't know how sheltered you are, it takes something like that to really open your eyes. Yeah. So I mean, there's people that I love hearing people complain about just the most ridiculous things.
Man,
like, my bank charged me a $9 fee. Right. There are worse tragedies. It could be worse, right?
Definitely.
So yeah, no, you can't judge somebody from it if they don't know that.
And that's why I say you should travel that experience. You gotta have that experience, because so many people, Jay, I think just live in that comfort zone.
And by travel out of the country. You got to get out of the country. You got to get out of the country, man. You got to go see how the rest of the world lives. And some of those places, I mean, I've been to Japan a couple times, and Japan is bomb. Like, if I was gonna move to another country, hands down, I would go to Japan.
Really?
Oh my God.
How come? Give me some reasons there, Jay.
Everything.
The food?
There's nothing bad. The food's amazing.
I know you're a gamer.
The people it's the friendliest group of people I've ever met in my entire life.
Dang.
Not a single bad experience. The city is the cleanest city I've ever seen. Tokyo. Cleanest city I've ever seen.
Is it, Jay?
Oh my God, the cleanest city.
Not a piece of trash on the ground.
Not a piece of trash anywhere.
No one throwing nothing.
Actually, one thing you do when you travel, right, is you learn faux pas that you didn't know were a faux pas.
Oh.
Japan, it's not like against the law, but you don't walk and eat. There are no trash cans, because when you're eating, you're expected to sit down and eat your meal. Right? You get an ice cream cone, you sit and eat it.
Okay.
And then if you do have trash, you take it home with me.
Wow.
There's no trash cans on the city. There's no trash cans. There's no garbage. You take it home with you. So things like that, where it's a completely different idea from what you're used to on a day-to-day basis.
And how many times you been out there?
Twice. In Japan, twice.
Really? How long a stint?
2 weeks the first time, almost a month the second time.
What was some of your favorite food there? Because I'm trying to go there soon.
Dude.
I need to go.
Oh my God, the food is
just made with love. I know that.
Oh my God, the food is just so good, man. Everything. I like everything.
I know.
But here's my thing with food, right? If you're gonna travel, if you're gonna leave the country and go travel, go do it. Try. Don't be afraid to try. Try anything.
Thanks.
Anything that waiter puts in front of you, eat it, right? And they know if you're there on a tourist, you can tell them, hey, I'm a tourist.
Right.
What would you recommend? And they'll bring you stuff. Just eat it. Eat everything.
He's dropping gems right there.
Seriously,
that's
man.
true.
Eat
the
everything.
Food, man.
Eat all their food,
He's
man.
dropping gems.
Bad, gross, weird. Eat it.
Travel out the country.
That's right.
Eat the food. Call it good.
You do
that's some
else,
gems,
go
man.
Eat the food.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, because when I traveled my latest trip, Jeff, I ordered a pizza.
Yeah,
it's the
you
worst
go to like
pizza.
McDonald's.
I didn't go to McDonald's. I didn't do that. But I got pizza, and it's the worst pizza. And the guy even told me, he's like, "We don't make this here. We're just trying to." I was like, pizza, "Dang, man. Rookie mistake, this rookie mistake."
I let them tell me what to eat.
Oh, really?
That's like our thing. Yeah, we go sit down and I say, "Hey, I don't know anything about what's going on.
Yeah,
you tell me what's good, and I'll eat that."
That's awesome.
That's what you got to do.
Man, that is awesome.
They know.
Yeah, it's amazing. I gotta say, speaking of, I gotta talk to you. I know we talk about this all the time. But gaming, you stream, right?
I don't stream.
You don't stream?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No, I don't stream when I game.
You were on someone's stream.
I was on a stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I don't stream.
Okay.
No.
What's your favorite system? Not computer. I know computer.
Well, it would be PC.
Okay.
You mean like Xbox, PlayStation?
Yeah. PlayStation.
Yeah.
Still love you. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I mean, I have an Xbox.
Yeah.
Which you broke the news to my wife about my Xbox.
Oh my gosh. Dang.
Man, I had it. I snuck it in the house. She didn't even know it was there until Des came in and said, "Hey, you got an Xbox."
I was so happy about
ruined
that.
days, man.
I was
ruined
so
days,
happy
man.
about that.
It was perfect. It was the perfect mission. It was in the house. She didn't even notice it.
Yeah.
I would have got away with it. It's like one of those Scooby-Doo cartoons. I would have got away with it if it wasn't for Des breaking into the house and pointing it out. Man.
Oh my gosh. I was so happy for you. I was genuinely like, yes, welcome. And now I haven't even played it.
You left and she was like, "You said you were going to pick up a game." Yeah, I did. I got a game. I mean, I got a game.
I know you
there
did.
was more to it, but
next question on there. Movies. Why do you love movies so much, man?
Dude, movies are there's nothing not to like. It's such a break from reality. Like it's the only time you can like nothing matters. You know what I mean? Like nothing who cares? If it's unrealistic, who cares? If it it doesn't matter. It's 2 hours that you can just zone out and watch.
You prefer watching at home or going to the movie?
No, I like going to the movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Theaters are.
Yeah.
I like the theater. I like the theater experience.
It helps that zone out, I think.
It does. It get away from your house, right? I'm not sitting on my couch distracted.
Jeff, right?
Dude.
Yeah.
It's just such a break from reality, man. It's such a good way to just. You have a bad day. You're stressed. You're whatever. Sit down, watch a movie, forget about what's going on for 2 hours, man.
Yeah. That's something I struggle with sometimes, Jay. That's why I appreciate you taking me to movies, coming out with me to movies, is because I get so caught up on like this podcast and my other ventures going on. It's like when we see Beekeeper, bro, that was so clutch. It was almost like a meditation, just like you said. Nothing matters. I put the phone on do not disturb.
Yep.
Whether the day was good, the day was bad. It's like, yo, let me just sit here. Even though my mind wants to say, nah, you got to go ABC now. Nah, just get away, detach.
And you putting the phone on do not disturb is a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal.
It is. It is. I hit it back.
Yeah, love the movies, man.
Turned it off.
All about it.
Just done.
Yeah.
It's cool. Who's one of your favorite actors?
Come on, you know.
That was set up. They don't know.
You know.
Don't know.
I mean, I am a.
You tell the world, man.
A massive Tom Cruise fan, man. If there was like Tom Cruise fan club, I'm in it, 100%.
Oh, you're
my
leading.
Favorite actor. I might be leading the Tom Cruise fan club, man. Yeah, 100%. Probably my favorite actor.
Has he made a bad movie for you? Be honest, Jay.
I mean, earlier in the career, like Vanilla Sky wasn't great.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah, that one was.
But
that was
I mean,
a little different right there.
I would say there's a good shot if Tom Cruise is in it. It's a movie I like.
True. That's
true. You got a good shot of.
World, this dude loves him. Tom Cruise, you ever see
Tom
this
Cruise, man.
guy right here?
Love him.
But
not as a person. He's a weird dude. I don't want to like go hang out with him, but
right.
He knows how to make a movie. I'll tell you that.
Oh, 100%. Well, he made one of my favorite movies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jamie Foxx. What is that name of the movie?
Collateral.
Yep.
My dad, if I need just a movie to chill
That's your movie?
That's the one. That's my chill.
That's your go-to chill movie?
Like, it's so good, I can't watch it a lot. Does that make sense? Like, I can't watch it too much where I feel like
because you don't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
You don't want to get bored of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like doing the same thing every time, man. Yeah. Calling it good. It's just like doing the same thing every time, and it's like you get tired of it eventually. So, but I love Collateral.
Yeah,
that's my one.
Yeah. What about you? Who's your favorite actor? I don't know if I've ever asked you that.
In our many conversations, I don't think you have. I can't. That's tough. I want to say Denzel.
I would have said Denzel. I would have said I think that's probably your favorite. Yeah.
But then I think. I don't know, man. That's tough, dude. Because I'm a Leo fan too. Leonardo DiCaprio.
you're only a Leo fan from one movie, and you can't be a Leo fan because you like one movie.
Hey, man. Hey.
I mean, I guess you can. That's
all it
fine.
takes is
you do
one
you.
hit wonder, man. Let me live my life, man.
That's fine. That's right. You do you, man. That's fine.
Man. So, Jay, I got to ask, just getting back on more of a serious tip, man. How does Jeff get through hard times? What's something that you've learned? I mean, being experienced through the military, going through life. What's something that Jeff uses to get through a hard time? Because, dude, you're a solid guy, and I always love that about you. Teach me something.
There were some really, really hard times. I went through several years of really, really hard times.
Got an example, a story you don't mind sharing?
Oh, God, man. I got...
Breaking it down.
What's kind of interesting is Amber and I, the timing for this is really good. Amber and I just talked about this a couple days ago.
Yeah, that's his wifey world.
That's my wife, Amber. I already talked about growing up, very typical, average, middle-class white family.
Okay.
Very structured, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you wake up, when you go to school, when you go to lunch, everything's just very...
Wow. Just didn't go out the lines.
Right. There's not a lot of room to do dumb shit because
for error,
I'm being told what to do, right?
Okay.
I go from that to the military, which is even more. Now I'm being told when to wake up, when to go to bed, when to eat lunch, but now I'm being told what clothes to wear, how to wear them, how my facial hair looks, right? So I get out of the military at 27.
Okay.
And for the first time in my life, I can do whatever I want to do. And I did not handle the transition well.
Had some money in your pocket.
Had money in my... A lot of money in my pocket. A lot of money in my
pocket.
And this isn't... Everybody's a different experience, but for me in particular, I was not ready to...
What happened, Jeff?
What'd
you do?
I mean, I got out of the military at 27.
27.
And by the time I was 30, I had been arrested twice.
Oh, yeah.
My family knows about one of the arrests, so if you watch the surprise, there's the second one. Arrested twice, fired from 3 jobs.
Okay.
Run off every friend that I had ever had. I mean, it was a black hole of bad decisions.
Damn, spiraling.
Snowball thing. Snowballing. Oh God, yeah.
Got you.
And one thing I learned early, I don't really have a motivational sort of how I got out of it. I lucked out.
Did you?
I was doing nothing to get out of it. Just by pure circumstance, I met my wife, and it. Yeah. So for me,
solid person.
I didn't do anything. I didn't work to get out of it.
Gotcha.
Right, which is not the typical story. That's not typically how that story ends. Right. But one thing I have learned, and you mentioned it earlier in the day, where I am who I am, right? One thing I learned that was really impactful for me was be you.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to say, and people always say that. They always say, "Oh, I am who I am."
Yeah.
A lot of people use it to just mask the fact that they're a dick.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like,
gotcha. Yeah.
People say, "Oh, I'm not a dick. I just am." No, you're a dick. Right?
Yeah.
So be you. Whatever it is that makes you happy, do that, and who cares about anything else?
Straight up.
Do
you think, like, and I'll put my input in on this in a little bit, but do you think people inherently feel when someone's being themselves and when they're not?
Oh, you can tell. You can tell. Yeah. You can tell when... I guess I don't want to speak for everybody. I can tell when people are hiding who they are.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's exhausting, dude. It is exhausting to try and be somebody who you're not.
Gotcha.
Just be you.
Yeah.
And if the people in your life don't like you for you, then
I call it.
I don't need you in my life.
I call that filtering, man.
I don't need you around. Yeah. And that for me has really been the most helpful thing I've really discovered about myself.
Gotcha.
For a long time.
Definitely.
And you didn't know me at the time, but for a very long time, it was super important to me to have you like me. Not you in particular, everybody. I wanted everybody to like me.
Little people pleasing.
Oh God, I'm short and kind of ugly and not athletic. So I got made fun of a lot, but so it was really important for me to. I wanted all the cool people to like me, and I wanted I spent all this time making people like me. I don't talk to a single person from high school.
Man.
Not a single one. I spent all that time and effort making those people like me. I don't talk to a single fucking person
Just
anymore.
gassing your energy.
Yeah. Wasted all my energy, and I don't talk to a single person. So early on, it was really important for me. I wanted to be liked.
Understood.
And so I would do things that I didn't really want to do. I would lie about things I really liked and didn't like. I would.
Jay.
It was a mask, man. And it's exhausting.
And one thing that people inherently can do, and that's just human race, take. So like while you're gassing yourself, people are just take. That's exhausting, man.
100%.
I feel you.
Yeah, it's exhausting. And so, for me, really finding my wife who, for whatever reason, likes me for me.
Man.
I mean,
shout out to Amber, man.
I have no idea why, but for whatever reason, she likes me was eye-opening. Like, oh, there are people that like Jeff and not who's Jeff pretending to be, right?
Well, shoot, even you could take like out, brother, and put love, like straight up. I love you for you just because you're unapologetically you. And when I realized that when I met you, I was like, oh yeah, he's that guy. Like like you said, people struggle with that. And whoever's listening to this, you should always be you and always be 100% yourself. And like you said, someone don't like you, you did yourself a favor. That's cool.
One less person I gotta please, man. That's one less person I gotta remember birthdays and shit. I don't need to remember that anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. I love it. Unapologetically. I know. I be hearing you talk, and I'm like, dang it, here goes Jeff.
That's it, man. Find what makes you happy and do that, and just F everything else, man. Who cares?
For sure, man. That's crazy. Man, I tell you, on this setup, it was crazy having you in here because we got the new table set up and everything. I was like, dang, bro. I was like, I just thinking about having you on here was just
looks good too, man.
Thank you. That's Joe.
I know. Looks good, man.
He did that right there. He built that, man.
Looks good.
He did amazing. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, we did that. Jay, I got another fun question for you, man. What does the word respect mean to you, man? What does respect mean to Jeff? It's a word that means a lot to me. So I'm curious what your take on that is.
I never ever had to define respect before.
I'm gonna hit you with the question.
Yeah,
man.
That's deep, man. I mean,
I gotta pick your brain, man. Pick your heart.
I think respect, for me at least, and you're a good example of somebody who I respect.
Thank you.
I think that knowing there's nothing that I can't tell you that you're not going to think bad of me for telling you about the time I got arrested, right? You're not going to think bad of me for telling you all the dumb crap I did, right? So I think that is what respect is, right?
Definitely.
Definitely having somebody who you can say, I know that person is somebody I can talk to. I know that person is somebody I can trust, right? I know that person is somebody I can count on when the snowball happens, right?
Exactly.
And I don't think about it much, but respect's important to me.
It is.
That's a big factor in the people I have in my life, right? I mean, if I can't respect you, again, me being me, but if I can't respect you, I'm not going to have you in my life. Right. And it's short and simple, just like that. So
straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm going to add on to that by saying self-respect too, man. Having respect for yourself and carrying yourself with you. Self-respect
is probably my biggest weakness.
Is it?
Probably my biggest weakness, right?
How'd you realize that? Is that just back to the high school thing?
Yeah, I mean,
or is that?
I think for a really, really long time, I was always mad at myself. Always. Okay. I mean, I was just always mad at. In my situation, during that 4-year period that was really, really low, I knew.
After the military.
Yeah.
After Air Force.
I knew I was fucking up. Like, I knew it.
You knew.
I
instinctively.
Knew. As I would make a decision, I would know that was not a good decision.
Gotcha.
And I would still do it. Like, there was no little voice
Mm-hmm.
that said, "Hey, don't do that." It was just I knew it's bad. I shouldn't do that, and I would do it. Right.
Wow.
So for a really long time, I was always mad at myself for that reason because I knew I shouldn't do whatever it is I'm about to do, and I would do it.
Gotcha.
I would ignore whatever I would tell myself and do it. So learning how to respect myself a little bit and learning how to listen to that little voice it's still something I struggle with. I mean, I don't know if we're being 100% honest. I don't think it's ever going to go away. It's always going to be there to a point for me.
I'm with you.
So now for me, it's really important to have people around me who can sense that happening and can kind of shave off the rough edge a little bit. Actually, I don't know if I told you this.
What's up?
Probably 4 or 5 months ago, Amber and I went to dinner.
Okay.
I had a really bad day at work. I don't remember why. Whatever.
I wasn't there.
Probably not. It was probably like that Jeff video you sent me. Like, yeah, I'm at work. Where are you? But I had a really bad day. I was grumpy. We tried to go to dinner. The traffic was awful. There was a wait at the restaurant. I mean, it was just a cascade of crap, right? And we're leaving the restaurant, and we're in the parking lot. And I'm driving through the parking lot, and a guy backs out, almost hits me, right? So I honk at him, and I'm yelling at him. Drive by him, and I heard him yell. I had my window down, and I heard him yell.
Yeah.
And I didn't even hesitate. I pulled the car, but I was going to get out of the car and go fight this guy in the middle of the parking
you was
lot,
ready.
Right? I didn't even think about it. And
ready.
Amber was like, "What are you doing?" He yelled sorry, but I didn't hear sorry. I just heard him yell, and it was just like, "Oh, well, I'm going to jail tonight," you know? So it's always there.
Yeah.
It just is.
It is.
I just have to. It's important. That's why it's important to have those people around me like her who can be like, "Dude, stop.
Yeah,
like, what are you doing?"
Man.
Because it's just there. It's just who I am at this point, I think, unfortunately.
Straight up. I'm gonna jump in with you because that's something I preach a lot about is having a team. Have a team. I tell people, have people that know your weaknesses, your strengths, and then most importantly, not afraid to call you on your stuff. Like straight up. You know, and me having a team, Jeff, I mean, with Garage Talks right here, I got a team, and I tell them all the time, green light with me, because there's days where, like you said, that voice is in your head, you have a little self-doubt, and you just need someone to pull you through, and that's facts, man. So I feel you.
You can't hurt my feelings, man.
Yeah.
You can't hurt my feelings. So yeah, I mean, if I need to be called out, call me out, man. You're not gonna hurt my feelings.
That's why you're gonna
help me, man.
That's why
Let me know.
Man. I'm telling you, that's why. I love it, man. That's how my dad raised me too. I think I'm a little more subtle with it than you, man.
I don't have a lot of subtlety. That's not a strength of mine. So
that's all right. It ain't a weakness, man. Gosh, I tell you, man. Yeah, the self-respect for me also, I would say, is I had a time where I was really trying to find my way as far as what kind of group of people I wanted to be with, you know, and shout out to everybody. I love everybody. But at the same time, trying to adjust yourself so much, you kind of lose yourself. And this is my perspective coming in. And Jay, with me, I definitely learned the hard way. Like you said, first it's exhausting. That's for sure. And then secondly, it's like, okay, what does Desmond want in this? And then I took on this peacekeeper persona, and I'm like, what do I want? What makes my heart beat? You know, and it's a question I literally had to look in the mirror and say, what is it? And man, I tell you, that was one of the realest conversations I ever had, next to one with my dad. But I gotta say that later. But it's real, man.
Yeah,
it's really real. Self-love, self-respect, and have a team. Dude,
it's crazy that we vibe the way we do because we are such different people.
Dude,
I mean,
I was gonna
yin and yang is a real thing, right? I mean, we are such different people. You are nauseatingly positive.
Oh, thanks.
And I mean, yeah, there are days where I'm like, I wish he would just say something freaking negative, man. I'm like, give me a negative something, man. But it works. I don't know why, but it works. You said, give me a you suck. Give me something, man. Stop being so positive. I joke about it, but at the same time, it's sort of serious.
No, because you've said this a few times.
Throw up with
the
how
first
positive you are.
I'm going to get us through with it, man. I'm going to get us through. I don't know how. All right. If I was in the battlefield with you, I'm like, Jeff, we're going to make it. That's all you're going to hear, man.
Like a Care Bear special hanging out today, man. Have you ever said the F word?
Yes, I have. I have.
Frick. I hear frick all the time.
Well, like you had passed, I had passed too.
Okay.
I ain't even gonna lie. Okay. I come from something too, Jay. Okay. Have my times. Right. I got videos. I'll show you one day.
Okay. All right.
Had just no facial hair, just a kid. Probably like my editor right here. Just yeah. But yeah, man. It's something I guess that's actually a good topic. Like I tried to be just the tough guy. And I was like, Des, you can be the tough guy by being you. Like, but you gotta be the best you, right? You know, so that was something I learned the hard way too. Like, okay, let me try to be the tough / cool guy. But I really think the coolest guy is who we are, who he is. I love you for you. I love Jeff for Jeff. I love myself for myself, you know? And it's like, bet. As soon as I really locked that in, everything got easier.
Yep. And I don't have the energy anymore to care. I don't have the energy to pretend anymore, man. I'm old. Right. Like, I done survived 2 wars. Like, I don't have the energy to care if you like me or not. I got other things that I'm thinking about. So.
Man, you sure did. I know I said it earlier.
I'm tired, man. I'm exhausted all the time. I don't care.
I was telling somebody, I said, yeah, Jeff used to climb mountains, go to war.
I'm done. Yeah, I put in my few years good work, and now I think I'm allowed to just be a fat, lazy slob the rest of my life. Oh, I'm cool with that. Hey, totally fine.
Love you for you, brother.
Totally fine.
That is true, though. We're polar opposites, and I love it. It's just so cool how that works, man. But I guess that's just you going through what you went through, and I going through what I went through. So now we got new perspectives. Because if we never went through tough times and the stuff you just were telling me with your family, like not letting you really step out the lines and stuff, who knows if we would have really meshed and vibed like that. That's the beauty of life, I think. So that's what I love, man.
And I know for me, in particular, I needed to have that really bad time.
Yeah.
I needed to have that terrified of what was happening to your lifetime. I needed that to wake me up, right? I mean, a lot of people talk about, if you could go back and change something, I wouldn't change a thing.
Really?
No, I would make all the exact same decisions. Looking at it now, I have a great wife, got a nice house, a couple close friends, stable job. Like I got it pretty good. Right? I mean, I'm not rich, but overall in the grand scheme of things, I got it pretty good, right?
Yeah. Straight up.
So I needed that dark period to get where I am now.
Get where you are.
So I do it all over. I do the exact same thing, man.
And you took risk. Like, what if you never took that risk? What if, you turned 18, moved out, and just, I don't know, worked the job or whatever? Not. Instead, you traveled the world and everything. That's pretty dope. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, it's a good life up to this point.
It is. I gotta tell you something else that's cool. I actually see you drinking water.
Well, I mean,
respect.
I mean, a little bit of water. I'm probably done now. I want to overdo it.
It's on camera. I
don't want to overdo it.
Actually, I can't wait to show people like Jeff was drinking water.
Take a picture of it now, man.
Oh, we're good. We got 4
Amber's gonna be so happy with you. Oh man, she's gonna love you.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
She's gonna be like, you got her to drink water
till the end. I wasn't gonna.
You got a coffee I can wash that down with?
No, man. It's 10 at night?
Yeah, this is about the time I drink a cup of coffee.
Golly,
you drink a cup of coffee before you go to bed, right?
Relax. I do. Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
Man. Well, Jay, you got any last statements while we close out, man? We kind of hitting the end of the podcast, so.
Yeah, man. I mean, I guess the only thing I would add is, if anything I talked about hit home to anybody watching this thing, right? If anybody's like, yeah, that sounds familiar, right? Because like I said, I know. No, I'm good, brother. I appreciate you. I know when I was making those decisions, I knew it was bad. I knew what I was doing was wrong. I just couldn't stop, right? And the one thing that I look back at on now that I wasn't brave enough, I wasn't confident enough to ask for help, right? I had people around me that I could have said, hey, I'm in a bad spot.
Yeah.
And they would have helped, but I wasn't brave enough to do it. I wasn't confident enough to do it.
Wow.
I was afraid of what they were going to say, right?
Right.
And
the pride just
where I was at, I was never going to get out of that hole
gotcha.
on my own. Never. I mean, honest to God, I joke about it with Amber all the time, but if she wouldn't have come along, God knows where I'd be right now. I mean, God knows what I'd be doing right now.
That's wild.
And I tried to run her off. I broke up. I broke up with this woman on Christmas Eve. I don't know if I've told you that. Yeah. I mean, I tried to run her off, man. I mean, I did everything I could, and she didn't go anywhere. And thank God, because who knows? But if any of this hits home and you're like, yeah, that sounds familiar, ask somebody for help, man. Definitely. You're not going to do it on your own. You can't. Definitely. You can't get out of that hole. You've got to have somebody you can grab and trust, right? And again, it goes back to what we were talking about. If the people around you in your life, if those are not people you can trust to ask for help, that ain't people you need to have in your life anyway.
You need to do a circle check.
You need to check that circle. Yep. Family members, friends, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. If you don't have people in your life that you can go to when you really need help, that ain't people you need.
Okay, I guess, before we even close out, how do you decipher who's for you and who you know is not really for you? Is there
again, that's where you have to be brave enough to ask that question, right? You don't know until you don't know, right? You're never really going to know how somebody's going to react to you or how somebody's going to react to something you've done if you don't tell them.
Yeah.
And then if you do tell them and it doesn't work, then it doesn't work and move on, right? But you got to be brave enough to ask, and I wasn't. I was not brave enough to tell anybody.
Do you think it was pride, or do you think it was
No, I was terrified. No, I was insecure. Okay. Oh no, it was insecurity. I was afraid of what people would say, afraid of what people were going to think, right?
Right.
I was still fighting with the wanting everybody to like me.
Got you.
Telling somebody I was making awful decisions, maybe they wouldn't like me anymore, right?
Right.
So no, it was insecurity for me. I was afraid to have somebody to really ask for help, right?
Straight up.
So ask, man. I mean, if that's the biggest, 100% the biggest advice I can possibly give anybody is ask. You got to ask for help because you're not going to do it on your own. You can't. Eventually, you find a hole you're too deep in, and you got to get help.
And you got to get some help out there.
Got to get help.
That's why I got love for you, brother. Real talk, because I know even especially for like men, like the persona of like always just gotta be tough, always gotta just push the limits. Like, yes, true, be tough, do what you gotta do, but there's a limit. Like you said, you get deeper, it's like quicksand. Next thing you know, your mental's messed up, your spirit's messed up. You're starting to give up, as you just said, and it's like, nah, you need someone to take that hand and help pull you through 100%. Because you're not going to get out of it. You're like you said, the voice never going to leave, but someone can help pull you through.
Agreed.
I believe in it. 100%.
Agreed, man. 100%.
I'm with you, man. That's so true. See, that's why we vibe, Jay. Man, gosh dang it, man. Gosh dang
100%, man. Yeah.
Yeah, brother. Well, shoot, we need to get some popcorn, man. We need to get some movie popcorn. My bad. I should have had that ready on the podcast.
I can't believe you didn't. I actually was really expecting a bucket of movie. I thought that's where you at. When I got here, you weren't here. I was like, he's getting popcorn.
It hit me like as soon as I pulled up. I was like, dang it, next time I got you.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, that's it. I appreciate you, Jay, coming in here, man. Really. You dropped some gems. Real talk.
I appreciate you having me. That was fun.
Yeah.
Good time,
real.
man.
Yeah, I'm going to have you back. For real. We're going to have circle back.
Good time. Earlier than 10 o'clock. This is, I'm old and I'm tired, man.
I'm good. I'm good right now.
I'm old and I'm tired. I don't care what you are. I'm old. This is all about your guests' comfortability.
True. This is very true. Like, that's very important. Want
your guests to be comfortable.
100%. Right? If you would,
we need to do this at like 2 PM so that I have
2 afternoon. All right, bet, man.
Yeah, I mean we can call in sick that day. They ain't gonna care.
It ain't gonna hurt nobody.
They ain't gonna care.
Man,
they don't know.
Companies, right? Yeah, shoot. Something happened to us, they'd be like,
they don't care. Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah, it was like, man, okay, good talk.
Yeah.
Well, Jay, I appreciate you, bro.
Yep.
Much love to you. World, he dropped some gems. I thank you guys for tuning in to another Garage Talks episode. We talked about some mental health, traveling, just tips that just really can help you out in life. So we appreciate you. Shout out to Jeff, just really coming in clutch here. Such a blessing. I hope y'all enjoy this episode. Bless up, y'all. We out.